See if I can. I know, I'll talk to you about it. Just let me try to wipe. Yes, I'm late. Okay, that's so much better. Hi, I'm here. I appreciate you guys for waiting patiently. Like, I set an alarm, but then I realized I had not made a thumbnail. So we have a thumbnail. How is everyone doing? Hello. I appreciate you guys waiting so much. I know I'm late. Hi, yes. What's up, everybody? I'm really excited for live today. So as you see, thank you. I'm trying to give it a break. Hi. I'm trying to give my hair, yes, I'm giving it a break because I've been having it straight for a hot minute. And I just, I love my hair. I don't want to damage it any more than I kind of already have. I would say my hair, thank you, Dion. I would say my hair is like what they call it, heat trained, which just means like you have mild heat damage. That's really what that means. But I don't have anything that's like, my shit still curls up. I still have an afro. So I just been taking it easy on my hair, just trying to give it, thank you so much, Desi. Just trying to give it some time to just, strengthen back up. Just trying to give it some love and some attention. Hey, what's up, Micah? Good to see you. Again, I'm sorry I'm late. I was making a thumbnail. Y'all, I've been so busy. Before we get into things, I want to talk about life as usual. We want to start off talking about life. I told you guys. So as you see, I'm in a different setting. What is that back there? A dryer, a hair dryer. I have a side business. Oh my God. I've been so busy. So booked, so busy, and I'm so grateful. But it has been a lot, you guys. Like, I was talking about it with my mom today, and I went to go see an herbalist today because you guys know I'm like super into herbal medicine and all of that. And, so I went to go to like this herbalist to go buy some tea. And him and I end up really having a talk because I was just telling him, like, I'm tired and I have been under some stress. And it's not just from, like, the hair business. It's also just, like, I don't know, like, shit over the years, eventually adds up. Like, stress eating, stress smoking, not cigarettes, but even too much green is a problem, especially when it's out of, like, I'm trying to blow off stress, so just been like some stuff, like my earlier 20s were a lot. And I mean, it could have been way worse. But again, stress eating, stress drinking, stress smoking adds up. Stressful jobs, stressful people, stressful relationships. This shit adds up. Not my fucking phone on this bullshit. It adds up. And so, yeah. Let me see. That has been, like a thing. So I'm telling you. I mean, hey, enjoy yourself, Like, I get it. I'm totally not against, ganja, but I also, like, have been interested in, like, other, like, herbs. Let me go get my charger because here goes my phone talking about it's low on battery. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, you guys. I had to get my charger, so I'm telling you. Hey, what's up, Mindset? I hope I can make this work. Yes, thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. And I've really been enjoying like, bitch, yes. Don't allow. Okay. So I actually really love the setup in here. I mean, it's been amazing. Just I'm glad this is like my new spot. But I mean, the home office is cool too. But I mean, I've got like all types of lighting in here. I've got the chair in here, like all types of cords. It's just been. I mean, either way it works. But my salon's pretty dope. But anyway, I am parched. I said, yeah, it's just been a lot. It's been a lot. And I don't know, yeah, stressful jobs, stressful shit going on at work. And it's not just like one job. It's been several jobs over the years. So um this shit adds up, and I'm in the process of like trying to reverse it, but I do feel a lot better, you guys. When you leave bad situations, that really allows your nervous system to repair and to reset. And I feel like right now, like as I sit in, a home salon, I was telling the acupuncturist, I really do feel good because I feel like, a lot of the things that I dreamed, are coming true. Like I'm living my dream. I always like wanted, some of this stuff, and like it's happening for me. And that's a blessing, like I got my following online, you know, and I just have a lot going for me at once. And that's a great thing. But also, it's kind of been like too much going on at once. Let me lower this. It's been a little bit like just too much, also. And I've been struggling with balance. And, I told the guys, I've always struggled with like toxic productivity, because I'm still trying to make time to, post, to woke pop culture, because you guys have been holding me down for years. I love doing content on here, or on Instagram, on YouTube. I enjoy it. I've been doing it for years. I love it. I do. I just haven't been making that much money from it because YouTube, doesn't push me, and then TikTok demonetized me. So it's really at this point really just like a hobby that I love to do. Whereas like, doing hair has been making some money, but even with that, it's just been a lot. So, I kind of got a lot going on outside of work, or outside of this, should I say, because right now I'm like full entrepreneur, but I'm just happy to be here tonight. And I have a couple of days off this week, and I'm just taking it slow this week for the people who I do have coming in for service. And so I'm just really trying to like prioritize, my rest and my health and my, really just that. I need to sleep more. I need to work around the house and do some stuff, and just have to like put me first. My own hair has to be loved up on and get done. So that's what's been kind of going on with me, and I just wanted to like let you guys know, because I know I'm not posting like I was. Still overexerting myself, trying to not just completely disappear from the internet. Because I remember again last year at the end of the year, I did take like a good hiatus, but now I'm trying to just like be an octopus, just like hands everywhere, and it's just not possible. And again, I'm making it possible by depleting myself greatly, greatly, and so I just can't do that. So again, just a little bit of a life update, but you should start seeing, well, you might start see some more posts, but I'm here doing a live today. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I saw something that said the world is just Ozempic and AI. You probably saw this too. That is so true. The world is becoming just Ozempic and AI. Because that's all you see right now is everybody's on Ozempic or some type of GLP-1 and AI every fucking where, and it's just dry. It's just so dry and annoying. But more real life stuff. Okay, let me turn this down because it's a little bright in my eye. More real life stuff. Gas is up. We are officially out at war. It's just reminding me a lot of like when George Bush was in office. We went to war. Like what in the Middle East. Gas went up. Like just the economy was kind of fucked up. We're in the throes of like a well, some people would say recession, but it's getting, or it's getting to a depression. We're maybe getting in the thick of a depression, but the economy is just not up right now. And you know what's so crazy is there's like a new meme going around where somebody's like, y'all asking what stocks to buy. You need to be growing cabbage. Gas is almost $4 in Orlando. Gas is like above that here in Texas. It is. Um, you're so lucky though. You live in Orlando. Such a beautiful place. But no, gas is up. And sorry, I'm chewing. Gas is up. Um, Food is of course up. And yeah, you don't need to be buying stocks right now. You need to be buying seeds, stocking up on food. You need to be buying deep freezers. You need to be buying second refrigerators. You need to be buying mason jars to learn how to preserve and store food, like that ass. And I told you guys this because somebody hit me up a few months back and they were like, hey, like what stock should I buy? And I literally told them, I said, you need to be like trying to grow food or like save food, like more than anything. Because what people refuse to realize, money has no value. It only has the value that you give it. Food has value. When the world goes to shit, you won't give a fuck about a stock. Like the paper money, the gold, like people will tell you, buy gold, buy gold, buy gold. Okay, you can buy gold, but you can't eat gold. You can't eat money. You can't eat stocks. You need to have food on deck. Thank you, Blossom. You need to have food on deck. You need to have backup meats. You should have a freezer full of meats. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need a deep freezer. You should have a deep freezer full of meat. You should have, rice on reserve. You should have bread in a freezer or like again flour stocked up so you can make bread. You should have, eggs preserved. Butter preserved or like, stocks of olive oil. Stocked up on whatever kind of like non-seed oil that you like, coconut oil. You need to have, stocked up on soap, stocked up on like essentials, stocked up on socks, stocked up on underwear, stocked up on detergent, stocked up on water. Because the shit that's happening out in Cuba is a warning. Y'all need to see that. What's going on out in Cuba with the power outage and the blackout, like that's a test. That's a warning. I'm telling you. You need to stock up on blickies. Right. Yes. Buy land with water and invest in securing it. Absolutely, Saw Boss. Y'all need to be having, again, water, meats, again, butter, the things that you like to fucking eat. You need to have that. Vegetables, beans. Because the unfortunate part about like some grains is like they grow bugs. So you need to have, beans on deck, lentils on deck, again, blickies on deck, because you're gonna have to protect your shit. Because all the people who were, fucking around, right, non-perishable items, yes, and just learn how to preserve. Because again, you're gonna always want fresh food. Nobody wants to eat MREs all fucking day. No one. That's how you have to learn how to preserve. Learn how to pickle. Learn how to, jar and can and preserve food. Learn how to make shit from scratch. Right. Absolutely. Urban Insight. They always do a stress test. So when I saw what was going on in Cuba, I said, this is a test. It's getting closer. The movie Leave the World Behind. And there's another movie I think I told you about last live called Doing Workout. I know what you're talking about. But I think I talked to you guys about that movie, Disclosure Day. That movie is going to be a warning. It's another warning trying to tell you this is what's coming. They are already putting in so much media branding to psychologically prepare you to, okay, yes, the trailer was good, but they're putting out a lot of images to like inch you closer and closer and closer to Project Blue. Because again, it takes years of like slowly mentally conditioning someone to pull off this type of stunt. And they're working hard on it because you need to believe it. If they do it too soon, you won't believe it. So they need to like really get you primed up to believe this, and it's serious. They have had so many movies that are like warning you. So heed the warning and see that it's not just like a movie. It's not just Hollywood. Like, again, leave the world behind. I told you, I think also, get you some old school, VCRs and DVD players, and get some of your favorite films like in those formats. Get a record player. Get some vinyls. Vinyl sales are up. Get you a sewing machine. Get some cotton on deck. I mean, get some stuff to learn how to like knit and sew and crochet because you need to be preparing for when the world, like, really, I don't want to say it comes to an end, because the world will never end, but when life as we know it comes to an end. Save, if you have any coins, save your coins. Save your quarters, your nickels, your pennies, your dimes. Again, I love that, like, in the salon, I have like some Marcel irons. Bitch, I don't always have fresh hair because they're non-electric. So as long as I have a heat source, my hair's getting done. Okay? So just prepare. You can stock up on some wood, get you a grill, your internet outage is coming. So that's what I'm saying. Like, all of this money shit, this internet shit, this stocks and bonds and trading and Forex and gambling. No, you need to have shit on deck for when shit gets real. I've been telling y'all this for so long. I've been telling y'all to stock up since, again, the end of last year. When winter came, I said, again, it's about to get cold outside. Stock up. Stock up. Fuck them stocks. Stock up. Okay? So I just want to put that out there. And then again, we talked about time. Time is still feeling really weird. The timeline, the simulation, it just is strange. Time is moving so fast. Hi, what's up, Mia? Good to see you. Glad you made it. Time is moving really fast. It just, they're messing with the timeline. I don't know if it's the CERN machine or they're out in the Middle East messing with the fucking Stargate. I don't know what it is. But something just does not feel right. Internet's coming to an end. Yes, most of the stuff on the internet is not even real. Most of the people who I block are not even real accounts. Like, I blocked a lot of people when I made that, sorry, I'm itchy. When I made that Latto video on TikTok and on Instagram, but mainly on TikTok, I blocked a lot of people. Just like with the NBA YoungBoy video, I blocked a lot of people. Because again, if you don't agree and if you're going to come to me with some bullshit, get out my algorithm. I don't want you in my algorithm. You're throwing off my algorithm. So I be blocking them. And when I go to their page to block them, most of it's not real accounts. Most of it is not real. Like, there's two different worlds that we're living in. The internet world and like real life. And in real life, again, most people don't support that shit. The stuff that you do see on the internet where people are supporting, some of the Latto bullshit, it's bot accounts. It's not real. And we're gonna go ahead and just get into that. So, okay, let's move on. Latto, Glorilla, pregnant. Glorilla is not confirmed, but she looks pregnant. She looks pregnant. Okay, she looks big in the nose, even after like what, maybe 2 no jobs. I don't know if she just had 1 or 2, but whatever, she's chopped her nose. It looks like, I don't know, whatever kind of sorcery they've done. Glorilla's nose and her belly look swollen. So she's looking pregnant. Latto has been confirmed to be pregnant. Now, I think I may have mentioned this. Where is Gucci Mane? You guys may know who they are, but they comment on my post sometimes. And they did comment on the Latto video and they said moon bump. And it does look like a moon bump. Most of these people are wearing moon bumps. I know it's true. Like, it can seem far-fetched because they look pregnant in the face. They look pregnant, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you carry pregnancy all over. But the bellies do look weird. And like somebody commented, which is true, they never have stretch marks. Huh? They never have stretch marks. They never have like the dark line. They never have that. Real women get the line. They never have the line. They never have stretch marks. You know, we don't hear about like issues with them like pushing children out unless they want to push an agenda. Like with Serena Williams and Beyonce, they were like, yeah, we weren't being listened to. I highly doubt that. I'm not saying that it's not real. They want to seem relatable to your average black woman. But those people have staff who are definitely gonna make sure that they're alive and well and that they deliver those fucking babies. Okay, they have handlers. So, you know, you don't really hear too much about complications during pregnancy. But, and again, you don't see the line and you don't see stretch marks. So that should tell you something is not right. They snap back incredibly fast because there's some type of, again, deep sorcery going on. Again, glamour magic is real. And when I say glamour, I mean the magic that can be done to change how you look physiologically is real. It's very real. And I think that that's what's going on here because Latto does look like she's wearing a moon bump. She does. But she also looks pregnant in the face. So something is just not adding up. And again, it's some type of sorcery. And it's the same for all of them. It's the same for all of them. You know, again, Cardi B bounced back way too fast after having that fourth baby. And back on tour, and just something just doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right. So, okay, Latto announces that she's pregnant. And remember I told you guys, I want to talk about this too. Remember I told you guys in a prior video, I said, I think that when we see her again, she won't be pregnant. Remember I said that? And I said that because I didn't think that her team would allow her to go against her branding so hard. You know, I didn't think her team would allow her to spend so much time with the kind of image and brand that she has only to go directly against it. But that's why when I made a follow-up, I said this is humiliation to the highest degree, because it is. Because like most people are saying, you've been running around for years talking about, you know, body count, coochie tight, you know, you don't have so many bodies, you know, you're practically a virgin, you know, you'll spend $500 before you ever trap a nigga. No nigga is worth your womb. And like everyone is joking on her because she's been made out to be the ultimate hypocrite. You see what I'm saying? She's coming off like, again, you very male identified. You know, you're the ultimate pick me. You've done whatever you can to try to, you know, appeal to the male gaze and to get male validation only to do the dumbest shit that you could possibly do. And of course, there are people who say, oh, 21 is married for citizenship. No, 21 is in a legit marriage that he's in love, which is why they're still together. But his wife understands that he's a rapper and that this is the industry and that he might just have to go get initiated by Amber Rose for a few months. And so he has to go date Amber Rose and go to a slut walk and call himself a hoe. Again, humiliation and initiation. And then once he rises up, he might have to sell his soul to Drake or sell his booty hole to Drake, allegedly. And then he might have to also go initiate and humiliate someone else. Latto. Do you see what I'm saying? This is a business. It's very important that you realize that. This is a business. Their marriage, his marriage, he's married to who he wants to be married to. They have 3 children because they are a happily married couple. And him and his wife have an understanding that this is his job and there are things that he must do. It's that simple. I don't even know if this man is the father of Latto's child. But what I do know is that They want us to believe that he's the father because that's the narrative, that's the agenda. Because Latto has to be humiliated. This whole relationship has been humiliation and a form of initiation, because by being involved with 21 Savage, that gives her proximity to Drake. Drake has to help Latto. He has to help Gunna. He has to help Sexy Red because he signed like a $400 million record deal. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you sign a record deal, when you sign the biggest record deal in history, you must do whatever needs to be done. So if they want you to write for that artist, then you will. If they want you to be a feature for that artist, then you will. If they want you to, again, co-sign and push an artist, then you will. You will do whatever they need you to do. They might even stage a fake beef to, with you, to use that beef to push someone else. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, there are several ways that Drake is being used to like help labels make money. The beef thing was about money. Beef makes money. Drake's a big artist. Beefing with him is a moneymaker. So yes, they might stage a proxy war and have a whole bunch of dudes gang up on you for it to gain traction so they can push records. It's a business. And I want people to never forget that. The record label, the music industry is a business. Okay? So with Latto, like I said, it's not going to work out because the music isn't good and she's not likable. And Latto refuses to understand this. Like, she's not very likable and it's not getting her far. And that's part of why she has to do some of the things that she's doing. Going against Nicki Minaj was not smart, but Latto doesn't have her own mind. Like, this is why Nicki said struggling to get to the top on some hike shit, because Latto wants to, right. You're correct, Blossom, but Latto wants to make it to the top so bad she'll do anything. And people like that are the easiest to eliminate because they have no boundaries. And ultimately, like the symbol Ouroboros, the snake eats his own tail. Like, evil eventually, never feel bad about evil and greed. Like the 7 deadly sins, because they all collapse upon themselves because they're not sustainable. You see what I'm saying? They're not sustainable. Being overly greedy is not sustainable. Being having self-esteem so low that you'll just degrade yourself and do anything